Father Mark here with a Faith Minute. Hey, have you seen that statue of Mary outside of the church with Saint Bernadette kneeling in front of it? I want to tell you the story of Saint Bernadette. Isn't she beautiful? She's from Lourdes, France. She was the oldest of 9 kids, a very poor family. She could hardly speak well or write. She didn't have a very good education. All her apparitions took place in 1858. She had 18 of them from February to July. The first one happened in February 11th. She was out going to gather wood with her sisters. Down she went, and she caught sight of a light in a grotto, a little cave nearby. When she looked and went closer, she saw a woman. She had no idea who it was. She was super spooked. She tried to make the sign of the cross, but she couldn't do it. So the woman in white made the sign of the cross. Then Bernadette could do it, and Bernadette prayed the rosary. Again and again, she would return to the grotto. The second time she came, they brought holy water, and they sprinkled the vision with holy water. The miracle, the little woman, the young woman, just smiled. When she went back again for the third time, a third apparition came. And the woman spoke and said, "Bernadette, I want you to come back here daily for the next 2 weeks." Bernadette promised to do that. And the woman said to Bernadette, "I promise you will be happy, not in this world, but in the next." Bernadette came faithfully. Sometimes the woman appeared, sometimes she did not. She continued to come, and the woman appeared a 4th time, a 5th time, a 6th time, a 7th time. Those times, Bernadette never spoke, and the woman never spoke. They prayed quietly, one to the other. The 8th time, the 9th time, the woman spoke and said, "Penance, penance, penance." And so Bernadette knelt down, kneeled on her knees, crawled. She ate grass, and she said, "This is nothing like what Jesus did for us." In the 9th apparition, the woman, who Bernadette didn't know who it was, said this, "Go drink at the fountain, and you wash yourself there." Bernadette looked around. She began to dig, and a puddle of mud began to flow up, and then it became cleaner and cleaner, and she drank until clean water was flowing. Kind of like our spiritual life. It gets more and more better. The 10th, the 11th, the 12th apparition, Bernadette continued to go to the grotto. Now people were going too. The authorities didn't want all this commotion down there. Time continued. The 13th, the 14th, the 15th apparition. Then the woman said, "Go to the priests. Tell them that the people should come here, form a procession, and that a chapel be built here." The priest didn't want anything to do with it. The people went, no procession. Bernadette then decided she wasn't going to go that often. But then on March 25th, she felt called to go. It was the Feast of the Annunciation. Down she went to the grotto. The people were there. And Bernadette said to the woman, "What is your name? Tell me your name." She had asked her 4 times, and the woman said, "I am the Immaculate Conception." Well, Bernadette took that, went back to the priest. Then they believed her. How would this young girl who didn't know anything know this? They believed her. Time passed, and Bernadette would continue to eventually go down and visit the place. Easter Sunday, April 7th, she brought her candle, and the candle burned and went around her hand, but it didn't burn. She was so full of the vision, struck by the love of God. It was Mary. The last time she went was July 16th, the feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. Mary was beautiful, but Bernadette knew this would be the last time she would see her. She would never go back. She would become a nun, a sister, give her whole life to God, and she would take the name Saint Marie Bernard, after Saint Bernard, who she loved. She would copy tons of stuff of Saint Bernard. She would die at the age of 35, never being cured herself, even though many people to this day, millions, go to Lourdes to drink the water, to wash in the baths, to have faith in Jesus. Saint Bernadette, trust her in Our Lady and the saints, believe her in Jesus. Pray for us.